Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Messages from the Universe project. Today is day 46, and it's May 9th, 2020. Today is such a special day because today marks 75th anniversary since we won World War II. It was the end of fascism and end of the biggest war. It's a biggest war. Listen, I come from it used to be Soviet Union, Ukraine. I come from Kiev, Ukraine. And for us, where I come from, it was a huge win. It was a huge war. It affected us on so many different personal levels. My grandparents were part of that war. We come from military family, from military doctors, and a lot of our family was affected. But what fascism did back there to the whole world, to Europe, and winning of that war is one of the greatest days of the history. So I wanted to talk about it today, and I wanted to thank all of the veterans, all of the people who were part of that period of time. And unfortunately, there's less and less people who are alive from that period of time, just because it's 75 years from the war, from the time the war was won. So you can imagine that generation is getting much older now, and not that many people are still alive. And so for those who are here with us and for those who are no longer here with us, the greatest honor, the greatest thanks, the greatest appreciation, and I just put my head down thanking them for everything that they've done, winning that war. It was a huge one. And today I want to dedicate this reading to all those people who were fighting the World War II, for all those people who were on the front line protecting us, to all the doctors and the nurses who were part of the World War II and who were helping the soldiers to survive on every level possible. And especially I want to mention the Eastern Europe and Europe. And Eastern Europe, like I said, I come from Ukraine, and it used to be Soviet Union. So I'm not a big patriot. I'm not very patriotic about what Russia represented in general, but what it did during the World War II, I just put my head down to every single person who were fighting that war. With that said, I want to say one more thing I want to say. We should never forget what happened during that time. We should never forget, because the new generation doesn't necessarily know the details of what Nazism did to humanity, fascism and Nazism did to humanity. And we need to share that, even though it's painful, even though it's awful. But we need to share it for one reason, that it would never happen again. We can never allow this to happen again. So today is an amazing celebration. And my heart goes out to all the people who are still with us. And once again, thank you. Thank you for winning this war. Thank you for not letting us forget. And thank you for being alive. And for those who are no longer with us, there are angels. They did it for us so that we can be here today. So let's never forget. So with that said, are you ready to receive a message from the universe? I'm so ready. I was so looking forward to this moment. And Lana, I see you, girl. Thank you for being here with us. And Jody, I see you too. Thank you for being here. So, what do we need to hear today? As always, first we're gonna exhale. Exhaling all the worries, all the negative thoughts, all the noise, all the fears, all the anxious thoughts. Exhaling anything that might be in the way from us being here, right now, present, fully present. With that, let's enter the white room, that place that lives inside of each person, that place where we go to when we need to talk to God, to our angels, to the universe, whoever else that you speak with, that room that is untouched and pure. And with that, let's ask, what do we need to hear today? I got 2 messages for us. Ooh, love it. Okay, you're gonna like this, guys. Choose happy. Can you see? Choose happy. Now, happiness is a choice. It's a choice. Sometimes things are happening outside of us that we have no control over. And in the most difficult situations, we can choose. Are we going to be like in a survival mode or a victim mode? Or we're going to choose. We're going to choose to connect to the energy of happiness and bring it here regardless of what's going on around us. Happiness is a choice that we need to make every moment, because very often life serves us a card that we didn't ask for, or outside of us. Things are happening in the most chaotic way. For example, what's going on with the world right now is not something we asked for. But despite of everything that is happening, we can still choose to connect to every single moment, one moment at the time, and connect to the energy of happiness and bring it here, draw it here, shift whatever is happening and bring the happiness and find the happiness in the very simple things. A few years ago, actually it's been probably 10 years ago, when I went to Cuba, and I will never forget. It reminded me of Russia, where I come from, a lot, in a way that the stores were empty, the counters in the stores didn't have much choice. People were not rich people. They had very simple things. They lived in very simple houses. They wore very simple clothing. But they were extremely happy despite of the material comfort or money or not knowing what tomorrow is going to bring. They were outside and they were dancing and singing and loving and having babies and enjoying the life, the way life was and was not at the moment. So for me, it represents that choice. They were making a choice to connect and be happy no matter what. It's that pure joy of being alive. It's this knowing that life itself is happiness. The only reason we are here is not to find our purpose or not to build anything huge or not to do these like big things. All those things are the process. But the reason why we are here is to experience happiness. Happiness is our birthright. And happiness doesn't have to be affected by what is happening outside. We can choose how we react to things. We can choose how we see things. And we can choose what kind of energy we're going to choose to connect. So happiness is a choice. Choose happy. It's a beautiful message and very much needed. People can be happy in a situation that is unimaginable to be happy in, and they can still be happy. And people could be very sad at the times when they have everything available in the material world and they do not experience the internal happiness. They may look smiling, may not necessarily feel happy. So there is a big difference between truly experiencing, knowing what happy is in the body. It's like just opening your eyes, seeing the sky, and knowing that life itself is a miracle, and connecting to that miracle through happy, through that experience in your body, in your soul. I'm happy. I'm happy, and everything else will align. Just keep happy. I love it. And then, how's that? We got take time for love. So universe is sending us a beautiful messages today, a beautiful path. Take time for love. And knowing myself, like I know that I work so much and I always am creating in so many projects and so many things and helping other people. It's like there's so many things that need to be, and I want to get done, not only need to, but I want to get done. And so many like commitments and to-do lists and inspirational conversation, brainstorming, all the beautiful things. But it's very important to pause and to create space in our life for love. And love, not only like romantic, I mean, that's, of course, it's gorgeous, beautiful, feels amazing. We all want it. But also just love for the life itself, for the birds outside, for just like looking in the window. I just looked in my window and seeing like all this life happening, all this beautiful thing, and like just take time and experience love in the moment. And one of the most important things to remember is to take time for love for yourself, self-love, self-care. We were talking about it today, especially like tomorrow is a Mother's Day, right? And as women and as mothers, we very often feel guilty to take time for ourselves. So I just want to say it again. Self-love, self-care, loving yourself is not selfish. Very often, like people or women especially, I think it's like it's a pitfall for us, for women. We would think like, oh, I need to do so many things. I need to take care of so many people, and this person and that person is counting on me. How it would be so selfish of me if I'm gonna start going to the spa or getting massages or taking care of me, or doing something that I really want to do, or going for a vacation that I'm dreaming about. I can't do it just because there are people counting on me. No, guys, no, girls. Please take time for yourself, because when you are doing what makes you happy, when you are taking care of yourself, when you are going to that spa, when you are taking that Pilates class, when you are posing everything and saying, somebody can take care of the dinner, somebody else can clean the apartment, and I need to take time for vacation, or I need to go to the spa, or I just need to have a girl's time or night out, or I just need to take a walk on my own. And yes, Jody, Pilates. Jody is a Pilates teacher, amazing teacher. Pilates by Jody, guys. Such a great classes, so I highly recommend it. She's watching us right now, Pilates by Jody. She's on Instagram and on Facebook. So taking time for yourself is not being selfish. Loving yourself, like literally just like, this is what I need to be happy, is not selfish. Requesting things for yourself is not selfish, because when you are happy, when you're in a place where you feel taken care of, guess how other people will feel around you? They're gonna be like, she's allowing herself, even subconsciously, they'll be in a space like, if she's allowing herself to be taken care of, then I can do it for myself also. And if anything, your energy is going to be more valued, more appreciated. So do things for yourself. Take time for love. Take time for love, expressing love to other people, experiencing love to other people or animals or anybody else. But at the same time, take time for love for yourself. Self-love, self-care is a beautiful thing. And everybody around you is gonna experience it. It's contagious. They're gonna also want some of that. And they may even ask you, how did you do that? What did you do? What made you so happy? And you'll tell them, I love myself. I give love, and I allow myself to do things that make me feel really good. It is not selfish. So today, it seemed like a very simple messages and very happy and uplifting messages, but they're very deep. They're like, choose happy, and take time for love. I embrace it, I want it, I will do it, and I will keep these messages in front of me all the time. I love it. Thank you, universe. It's beautiful, it's light, it's deep, and it's love, and it's happy. And that's why we're here. We are here to be happy. So with that, if you like this project, please connect with us on whatever channel you're watching us. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe. If you are on Instagram, please follow us so that you know when we're doing, I'm doing the messages from the universe every day. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have a special dedication, I would be very happy and honored to do it. I'm always grateful when you're joining me. And I would like to remind you to please wear the mask, wash the hands, keep the distance, go outside, breathe the air, but when people are around, keep the distance and put the mask back on. Please remember that there is so much more goodness in the world than the negative things. I love you. Tomorrow is a Mother's Day. And I will be back tomorrow. And Lana is saying, absolutely beautiful messages. Love it. Yes, Lana, I love it too. Thank you for being with us. And until tomorrow, sending you lots of love. Ciao.